lightbulb.jpg, buy the cursed shield, buy duct tape, and strap the shield to the face after punching some eye holes. I am now a tank. Hey, what's up everybody, SkyDieRay, rest in peace. The funeral is in 2 days by the way, so don't be late. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into the video, I don't have anything to add, I just want to say that I hope you're having a wonderful day. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Anon discovers the problem with rolling for stats. Roll for stats. Get the results. Leave the game without saying why. Roll for stats. Get great results. And leave the game without saying why. Roll for stats. Imagine lots of fun characters with stats. Get 2 17s, a 15, a 13, a 12 and an 8. No idea what to do with that. So I leave the game without saying why. Roll for stats. Get the results. And take insane risks in order to just kill my character. Roll for stats. Get great results. So I just take insane risks to kill my character. I roll average stats. The system is so badly designed that it's unplayable if you didn't roll well. So I leave the game without saying why. Roll for stats. The DM says that that's not how this game works. The DM says that we use point buy anyways. I throw the dice at the DM for being a and I walk away. Roll for stats. Get the results. Finish making the characters. Session 1 starts and I instantly commit Sudoku. Begin making the character for session 2. Yeah, no, only if there were a way to just get, you know, your stats in a predictable and, I don't know, less random manner instead of just rolling for them. Maybe something like attributing them with a like point system. You could like call it something like point buy, I don't know. I'm just joking by the way. You can, you know, roll for stats or point buy or do whatever, any other variation or whatever other system exists. It doesn't really matter. But I just find this funny. On second thought, let's not save the world. Indestructible insect spirit hybrids threaten the city that the players live in, and chasing one rich NPC in particular. The players discovers the means to kill them and start a company, investing 3.5 million yuan of their money into creating the means of production. Many large mercenary groups sign contracts worth a combined 16 million yuan to be supplied these weapons as they come off the line, some of them paying up front or extra to be given priority. They use this to triple their weapon and ammo production in order to meet the levels of demand. They discover that the rich man is being chased because of a totem that can be used to summon the insect queen into their world, which would then birth countless insects and devour everything in the world. PC 1. If we destroy the totem, the insects won't be attracted here anymore and will go away. Also, we'll have saved the world. PC 2. Well, if the insect threat goes away, then one of our rich clients will surely sabotage our factories, so that we can supply the contracted weapons, and we'll need to pay back everything sent in advance, and won't be able to pay any loans that we took out. We'll grow from millionaires to bankrupt. Okay, on second thought, let's not save the world. Me, as the game master. Wait, are you prioritizing company profits over saving the world? Well, sometimes it's not worth it, says player 1 out of character. Jesus Christ, this is, oh boy, yeah, it's sad. It's just sad how accurate this is, okay? Newbie DM isn't allowed to quote-unquote get tired of your shit. Be me, normally forever DM for any campaign, setting or system, currently playing as a tech whiz samurai with significant financial backing in a Shadowrun campaign. Be not me. Typical gang of chaos-inducing kittens and murder hobos that we call quote-unquote players, and one relatively new DM that has learned from me how hard it is to hurt players. Important backstory. In my group, with me as the DM, I have occasionally had to employ the tactic of DM is tired of your shit list, wherein if you have annoyed the powers that be, usually by attempting zany rules shenanigans, breaking the game, or just not being decent people, or usual stuff, you must now contend with X, which could be anything from a Death Star attacking the planet to Cthulhu in power armor. Thus, the tradition of the list is well established in the group, and choosing when to pull it out and how to implement it, that's difficult, but fun when done right. Setting. In case you're not familiar with it, Shadowrun is a semi-post-apocalyptic post-modern setting where magic works and tech is far more advanced than today, but it's very corporate driven and kinda dystopian. So, here we are, a bunch of random PCs sent off to do some semi-legal stuff by some random corporate entity that doesn't care about us at all. As per typical PC, we mess around, pull some stuff, and generally annoy the new BDM that's mostly having fun, but we aren't doing anything like the story that he had planned for us. So, the list. All of a sudden, the party is facing down Darth Vader and other Sith, along with, strangely, a bunch of Ewoks and the Millennium Falcon for some reason. Either way, it's not supposed to make sense. We're just supposed to die. The problem? The RNGesus disagrees with the DM. Surprise Pikachu face.png. We survive. Yeah, but we do oh so very much more than survive. We now have the Millennium Falcon as a base of operations and a sample of Darth Vader's blood and other tissues, which I sent to a lab for analysis. Shortly thereafter, becoming a Jedi myself. The campaign? Who needs no sticking campaign? We make our own stories here. TLDR. The new BDM's planned story and campaign is utterly bent over a barrel by the dice gods, resulting in several weeks of stupid hilarity which we all enjoyed but confused the new DM enough that he had to scrap the whole thing and start fresh. Good times. Oh god, it is so nice to just hear that everybody just had a good time, you know? Does it really matter that it didn't go according to plan, even for the DM, as long as he was, you know, cool with it and had fun? The time I almost died from eating goo. I just wanna say before we get into this that I am surprised that the protagonist of this story is not a barbarian. That is very surprising to me. Alright, moving on. Be me, Goliath Ranger. Be not me, Half-Orc Fighter, Goblin Cleric, and Drow Rogue. Be traveling along the road. See giant seagulls attacking a weird cocoon. Haven't tried seagull meat before, so we decide to investigate, quote unquote. After we killed some of the seagulls, we investigate the cocoon. My face when there's a naked, deathly pale man covered in goo inside of it. After a while, we get him out and he explains that he's the Lord of Yartar. Notice that every so often, the noble runs over to the water to jump into it. So, we fill a barrel with water and have him climb into it for convenience. While this is going on, the rogue decides to try and shove the giant seagulls into the portable hole. Suddenly, I have a brain blast and decide to eat some of the goo. For science, that JPEG of course. The DM tells me to make a constitution saving throw. I pass, but I fail to see what happens. Suddenly, I start to suffocate and feel an intense urge to go into the water. Uh-oh. Panicking, I decide to start vomiting in order to try and get it out. It doesn't work, and now I have a couple of minutes before I die. The fighter, not knowing what to do, decides to start punching me on the back and in the gut to quote-unquote give me the Heimlich maneuver. It still doesn't work. I try to drink some water, but the cleric stops me. The cleric decides to cast Dispel Magic, Remove Curse, and Lesser Restoration, all in order to try and stop it. Obviously, none of it works. The Three Stooges.png, in a last-ditch effort, I decide to start banging myself against a really big rock since I'm out of ideas. It doesn't work, and I took 1d4 damage. FML. The rogue is wondering what's going on. He turns around and sees me covered in vomit and banging myself against a rock, the fighter hitting me in the gut, the cleric running around screaming, and the noble sitting in the barrel panicking. What the freak.x? Knowing that I have about 30 seconds until I die, I decide to drink water to see what happens. Success.x! I realize that I can only breathe water now. The party fills another barrel with water and forces me into it. Since I'm a Goliath, I can't fit normally, so I'm in the barrel head first and with my legs and feet sticking out. After a while, I can breathe normally again. I live to eat goo another day. But yeah, that's about it. Jesus Christ, that was so close to going horrible for the character. It's still pretty bad. But I guess as long as there was no, everlasting trauma or side effects left over from this unfortunate event, all is good. All is good when it ends well, so yeah. D&D Press Tube. If you introduce a villain, the PCs will kill it. Be me, DM with an awesome 5th edition werewolf boss in the works. Plan to introduce a villain soon. The party stops at an abandoned wizard's tower that's about 80 feet tall with a big iron door locked with arcane runes. The bard figures out the gestures to open the door. The party goes inside. The center of the tower has an elevator platform that's connected by chains to a pulley system in the ceiling. The first floor has 4 clay golems that pull the chains on command to raise or lower the platform. The party explores the tower and finds treasure and decides to rest on the 4th floor for the night. My time has come, that JPEG. Party hears howling outside. 6 werewolves, 9 wolves, and the awesome boss are all surrounding the tower. No way the party can win. They have only 2 silver weapons and they are level 5. I figure they will walk for a while, have a short siege, and then part ways. Never have I been so wrong, that hobbit. The bard begins to taunt the boss mercilessly. Monty Python French Knights at MP3. The bard does some magic gestures that open the door and then commands the golems to pull the elevator up to the 4th floor. The enraged wolf pack storms in after them. The bard nods to the monk. The monk leaps through the open window and slow falls 80 feet to the ground without taking any damage. Kicks the door shut, re-engaging the rune locks and trapping the entire pack inside. The bard puts pythons in the pulley chains so the elevator is stuck. The entire werewolf pack is trapped on the 1st floor. The boss commands the golems to bring the elevator to the 1st floor, but it's stuck. The chains break under pressure and the elevator platform plummets down from 80 feet. The player reminds me that the room below is too small for every Moon furry to fit, so someone probably gets crushed. Good point. I roll the dice to determine which one gets hit by the falling platform. My face when it's the boss. I roll a dex save in order to avoid damage. It's a 1. The boss stares up in bewilderment like Hollywood villain as the heavy object hurtles down. I roll 20d10 and get 101 Newtonian damage. And rest in peace, the awesome boss. The werewolves go berserk when the leader dies and they attack the clay golems. Both werewolves and clay golems are immune to normal weapons. The clay golems though have magic weapons. The entire pack is pulverized with nowhere to flee. My face when this level 5 party beats a CR11 encounter. Everyone cheers and gains absurd amount of experience. The party pulls out 100 feet of rope and leaves without a scratch. Never introduce a villain that you're not ready to lose. On the quest to make a tanky paladin. Be me, Minotaur paladin with 7 intelligence. Be not me, halfling warlock and kenku rogue. Walk into a magic shop and ask for a glass ball. 75 gold pieces, poor.ask. And decide to instead ask for a cursed item for free because I'm poor. The store cleric is clearly confused, but pulls out a shield that attracts all ranged attacks to me. The warlock says to put it on my face as a joke. Lightbulb.jpg. Buy the cursed shield, buy duct tape, and strap the shield to the face after punching some eye holes. I am now a tank. And look stupid. Proceed to single-handedly tank all the dragon attacks next session and defeat the dragon. I don't know, I don't think the DM intended for that, but that just randomly ended up in being a great item for the party somehow. Alright, on that note, that's gonna be it for today's video, so thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you for supporting the channel on Patreon, I appreciate it a lot, so thanks so much for the support given there. As well as the support from channel members on YouTube, I appreciate it a lot, so thank you so much. Links below if you want to check this out, as well as links to the social media, Discord, server, Subreddit, and everything else. And yeah, that's it, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!